What's up guys, FuryTV here, and we're back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos on a daily basis.
Red with the pocket queens in the hijack, 25 bigs. He is one of the shortest stacks at the table, but he won't mind getting involved here. Oh, wow. Cut off v hijack. Vladas played for several hours yesterday with Reard. Going to be very aware just how aggressive the Frenchman is. See if he takes this spot for 22. Obviously a lot easier for us at home when we can see the cards. This feels close, but I think it's a fold. Dice, yeah. Yeah, good lay down, mate. Oh no. Omar Eljack has woken up with aces on the button. Can you believe the sickness of this dealer? 10 hands in to the final table, and we have one of the sickest setups possible in poker. Reard tables the queens and gets shown the aces.
Come on, why you play with aces?
Of Omar Eljack.
My pair is going to make a set. Crack you.
Good that I didn't flat it, man.
How brutal. 5 to come.
Dangerous.
Chat, we have seen time and time again the queens have been incredibly hot throughout the World Series of Poker Europe. Well, ace, high, flop. Gonna be tough this time round.
I'll take a jack of spades.
We're drawing to runner Broadway. Three of spades on the turn, and he is dead. Fist bumps all round from Alexander Reard.
Love when I get bailed out.
Brutal caller. Okay, so GL Barney, old school. Wilpo say Cavaccio, FTW, Year of Romania. Oh, Boatman, after letting go of the ace-jack, looks down at the aces from +1. See if anyone behind wakes up with something deep. Wants to get involved, wants to tango on the button. Queen Jack-O, the blinds are going to get out of the way. Heads up to a flop. OG UK Pro against OG American Pro. And it's Queen Jack for 2 spades. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. Shaun Deeb has flopped top 2. Boatman with the overpair. And this could potentially be a chip lead pot, depending on how this runs out. Less than 3 orbits into this final table. Boatman opening up the aces off of 50 bigs on +1. Deeb flattening the Queen Jack-O on the button after chip leader Omar Eljack got out of the way. 1.7 out there. Price of poker has just gotten more expensive. Deeb's made it 1.4
1.4.
3.5x. Barney obviously not going to go anywhere just yet. With his aces.
I'm all in.
No! Barney ships it in the middle. Deeb with the snap call, chat. This is a chip lead pot between second and third in chips. Look at the reaction on Adrian's face
Look, sir.
as the rest watch on. If Deeb can hold here, it's going to be chip leader with 6 left and in a great spot to close it out and win bracelet number 6. Barney Boatman needs a 4 or an ace.
4 of clubs. Close.
5 of hearts on the turn. 8 outs once for the OG of UK poker. An ace, a 4 or a 5 needed. 7 of spades, not gonna cut it. Barney Boatman bows out in 7th place.
Game, sir.
Gonna walk away with 180,867 euros. Last bracelet event of the year. If you're not already, make sure you follow King's Resort on socials. With the button open. Pocket fours, Shaun Deeb. Fly out the small. Adrian going to get out of the way in the big. Chip leader against chip leader. That doesn't make much sense, does it? First against second in chips. Checks through. Ace on the turn. Giving Deeb the best hand. Leaving Eljack drawing to 2 outs. He's coming for a delayed c-bet on this ace of diamonds turn. Half pot. No. Deeb's not going anywhere just yet. But I was saying poker content should be free, would get more views. Well, it is free, Brothers, so you know. Nine of hearts rolling off on the river. Diamonds bricking, as well as the king queens, queen tens, king tens of the world. Eljack, known for his aggression, known for applying immense pressure. Knuckles back the 4s, gets shown the ace-10.
Good give up.
Deeb with the good give up. Comment? How have we not met each other? That was his brother in Miami just a couple of months ago. Here he is. 6 left. The WSOP Europe main event. On to his final 8 big blinds. He's got jacks on the button. Interesting at this stack depth. I mean, I don't think you're meant to. Chat, 8 big blinds. You're allowed to have raise folds, right? It does just jam. It's gonna say, like, limping doesn't make sense. Don't think you have many raise folds off of apex. Wow. Omar's woken up with ace queen. Snap call.
Come on.
What is going on today, chat? We could be down to 5
See the queen.
in less than 2 hours.
But I would have said the same.
WSOP Europe main event final table. Everyone else just watching on, rooting for that 80,000 euro ladder. Omar Eljack can find an ace or a queen, and well, there's an ace in the window. Ace 9-7 rainbow. Reze looking for running straight cards. One of the 2 remaining jacks, and with the 3 of diamonds on the turn, he is down to 2 outs once, chat, for his tournament life. Armin Reze. Him 6th in EPT Prague earlier on this year. He's going to come 6th at the World Series of Poker Europe in Rozvadov.
Good game.
Main event.
Good game, man.
Great. So a quick word with 5th place finisher and King's Resort regular Paul Adrian. We dive back into this hand, button v big blind. Both players flopping top pair. Pastori with the top pair, better kicker and a gut shot. Deeb turning an open ender, does not want to see a jack. But he wouldn't mind a 6 or a spade. GG's once again to Paul. $4.3 million in the middle. As the deuce of clubs rolls off on the river. Deeb now going to be somewhat concerned about his kicker issues, unless he wants to turn his king 8 into a bluff. Kind of feels like you have enough showdown value. It's too strong to bluff, too weak to value bet. Does knuckle it back, and he's going to get shown the king queen. Pastori up to 15 million. Deeb still chip leader, double through Omar or Shaun. They'll trade places. Queen 10 of clubs for Deeb. Pastori with the Queen 9-0. I guess we're going to start seeing widen up a little bit, four-handed. The nerves and the dust has now settled. Everyone's been feeling each other out for a while. Pastori banking the 3 outer to outflop Shaun, who I don't think is going to be going anywhere. 2 overs, backdoor clubs on the 9-6-3, depending on sizing, obviously. Looks like half pot. This might be the size that scares Deeb off. Not this time. It's going to stick around. 2.8 in the middle. And well, chat, the 4 of clubs on the turn, giving Deeb The backdoor flush draw. Pastori not going to slow down with Deeb picking up backdoor clubs. Don't think we're going to see him going anywhere, especially against this size, less than half pot. Looks like 1.1 into 2.8. Deeb getting almost 4-1 on a call. He bricks out. There is now a 4-liner on board. 5 million in the middle. Deeb with just queen high. Hasn't checked yet. Thinking about doing something here. Forget he did defend from the big. Check called flop. Check called turn. Now leads river. The 40% pot, 2.1 into 5 million. Pastori can make the call. It's going to be up to 19 million and close. Let's say closing the gap on Deeb. Just has to click call, and there's only going to be 8 bigs between them. Pastori not one to waste time or to tank just to get some airtime in. He's been playing incredibly fast throughout the tournament at this feature table. The only hand where he really tanked for a long period of time was for his tournament life. He does make the call with the queen 9, gets shown the queen 10, and Pastori is up to 19 million chips. I don't know, UTG 7's a thing, right? UTG 6 is a thing. Why don't you call UTG 6 the low jack? Lightning Soul saying I think it should be called the mandatory straddle. I agree. How about this for a flop, ladies and gentlemen? 1.8 in the middle, Jack 7, 3, 2 clubs. Tamas with top pair. King kicker. Eljack with 8 high clubs. And Shaun Deeb with the nut flush draw. Action flop. Potential fireworks incoming. Thomas electing to lead into the field from the small blind in the form of quarter pot. Picks up 2 customers, 2.9 in the middle. Setting the price himself. 8 of hearts on the turn, giving Eljack a pair of 8s. Deeb picking up a gut shot to go along with his nut flush draw. Eljack looking for an 8 or a 4. Checked round 2 deep. Did open from under the gun. Flat called on the flop. See how he elects to proceed on this turn after being checked to. $2.9 in the middle. Thomas, the effective stack, playing 11 million. He is reaching for chips. Just north of 2/3, 2.1 into 2.9. Closer to 3/4 pot. Chat, is there ever a world where Deeb gets 2 calls here? Those are calling chips from the Lithuanian Vladas. With top pair, flatted out the small pre-flop. Led for 25% on the Jack 7, 3, 2 clubs. Carlos in the chat, big fan of Deeb's bet. Has to exert max pressure on his opponents. Action on Eljack, must be somewhat concerned. His flush draw is dominated. He has picked up a pair on the turn. Blocking Jack 8. 8-7. Going to get out of there. Disciplined fold from the Swede. 7.1 in the middle. Thomas with 9.1 behind. And it bricks out. Deuce of diamonds on the river. Thomas going to be up to at least 16.2 million. This goes check, check. Deeb with just ace high. Does block 9-10. It does feel like having clubs in this spot. Not ideal, right? You want your opponent to have brick clubs. Feel like you'd rather bluff with ace-9 of hearts than ace-9 of clubs.
On.
Wow! Shaun Deeb has gone all in on the river. And Vladas is being asked the question for his tournament life. And that question is, are you prepared to stack off with top pair and potentially go home in fourth? What a sick jam from Shaun Deeb. Wow. Let's reverse engineer this hand once again, chat. Shaun open to 500k from under the gun. Tamas flat out the small. Omar Eljack completed with 8-4 of clubs in the big. 1.75 million in the pot going to the flop. Jack 7-3. Tamas led for 3-7-5. It's around 25%. Omar called with his 8 high clubs. Deeb also called with his ace high clubs. 8 of hearts on the turn. Checked round to Deeb, who fired 2.1 million into 2.9. Only Tamas called. And Shaun Deeb has now jammed on the deuce of diamonds river. Overbet jammed, might I add. 9.1 into 7. Vladas in the tank with his top pair. It's never easy, let alone when the entire poker world is watching. What do you call with here, chat? Everyone going absolutely insane. He does make the fold, and Shaun Deeb back up to 26 million.
Show the bluff? No.
For the 10 of clubs.
Vladas asking him to show the bluff.
The 9 clubs. All in.
Oh, wow. Deeb opening on the button. Pastori with the small blind jam. So just shy of 25 effective. And Tamas, with the shortest stack, has woken up in the big with pocket nines. 18.3 effective.
7. All in.
Does make the call. Cards on their backs.
Twice, please.
Tamas, the all-in player at risk, but he does have the best of it.
Look.
Good luck.
4-1 favorite.
I have the skill to double up in this time normally.
To more than
Yeah, man,
double
if you
up.
can't double up.
Yeah, I know.
Pastori says he's got the skill to do it, to pull this off.
When are you going to open the orange? When you bust?
I'm gonna keep it in this tournament.
5 to come, chat.
I'm not gonna
The
miss,
Frenchman
so that's the problem.
looking for some
Most
hearts or an 8 to get us three-handed. Wow, Ocho in the window. Queen 10-8. Pastori flops bottom set.
No, then no need.
That doesn't change too much.
Tamas with the gut shot. Queen on the turn. It's not over. 4 outs once for the Lithuanian. He's a queen or a 9. Whereas he's going to be eliminated in 4th place in the World Series of Poker Europe main event. Deuce of hearts, not gonna cut it.
Again. One plane.
Plates up top, man.
Again.
I'm gonna
Again.
And shakes
What did
all
you do?
around. GG's in the chat for Vladas. I
French
think
box incoming.
just ask Shaun what he had
French box incoming.
in that ace-9 spot. Now that he's busted.
Oh. We'll probably induce 9, so I hit it. Probably my bottom.
Winning on live 7. We're waiting for you, Henry, over on the 5-5 PLO game. You may just see me, mate. Depending what time we get out of here.
Check, check.
Sick river for Deeb, although we're not getting the violins out, chat. 10 of spades, out pipped by 2. Pastori going to win some chips here.
Ten.
He probably got kicked.
10 is good. And no deals in WSOP jobs, ladies and gentlemen. And 18. Won that event twice. Won it back in October as well for 1.25 million. Beating Kalau heads up. His 5th bracelet. Just looking at all of Deeb's results. First career win coming back in 2007. 2008 won some $560 tournament. Continental Poker Championships in Verona for 14K. Fast forward 14 years. Look at him now. Deep turning trips. Pastori not going to go anywhere with his gut shot and ace high. I'd say I blame him, especially given that he's up against Shaun Deeb. And how about a deuce of diamonds on the river? The 3 outer for the Frenchman. 3.1 million in the middle. Deeb in trouble here. No reason for Shaun to slow down. Feel like he can still get enough value. King X and 3X hands. Comes with 2/3, 2.2 into 3.1. Pastori just double checking his whole cards. Did I really just river a straight? I did indeed. What size do you make it in Pastori's shoes, chat? Do you just call? Make it like 3x, something like between 5.5 and 7 million. The 500k chips. That's 6.3 million. Deeb doesn't like it. Now, chat. It's made some great bluffs. It's made some great calls. Can he make a world-class fold?
Deuce 3? Or you just call that combo?
Asking Pastori if he's raising with a hand like deuce 3. Do you just call that combo? Pastori giving nothing away. $12 million in the middle. Deep calls.
Don't have a good feeling about this hand.
Practically tied for the chip lead. Deep's gut. Just telling him, doesn't feel very good about this spot. Is he going to trust it?
This may be a bluff. Pocket 5s. Reasonable. Pocket 6s. Maybe. All those things.
Deeb not one to tank. You know when he's in the tank, it's a legit tough spot.
Or raise worse for value. Don't think so.
Shaun think this one through out loud. only worse for value is like 4-5, 4-6, right?
5-7, 6-7. I want a 5 in your hand to be bluffing. 3-5, deuce 5, reasonable. And a lot of hands I can beat. Almost, I don't think you have one of those.
Pastori still giving nothing away.
Apologies if it ends up being a slow roll.
He's apologizing in advance if it ends up being a slow roll. The trip falls.
Never fold hands is good. Three, 8, 22, 62. Ugh. 3 notes.
Potential tournament trajectory shifting spot for both these players. Shaun Deeb, turn trips, bet flop, bet turn.
Don't bluff anything. 3's full makes sense. Got deuces. That'd be gross. More value.
See if Deeb can trust his gut here. He's already said on several occasions that there are plenty of hands that he beats, but it just doesn't feel like Pastori ever has bluffs in this spot. The chips have gone back onto the stack.
Good.
Wow, chat. Oh my word. Shaun Deeb. Shaun Deeb, ladies and gentlemen. Eljack, the limp from the small Deeb. At 3.3x with the ace-7. Omar coming with the limp raise to 3.5 mil.
How much you start this hand with roughly? 4 stacks of 100Ks? Yeah, okay.
3-handed play has not been treating Omar Eljack too kindly. Deeb makes the call. Has come king, 7, deuce. Top and bottom for Eljack. Middle pair, backdoor clubs for Shaun Deeb. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. This could be a big one. Carlos saying this has been an amazing final table. Couldn't agree more, mate. It's been an amazing festival. 14 bracelets already awarded here at King's. It's the last bracelet of 2022. 8 of diamonds on the turn, so Deeb now drawing to just 5 outs. 3 aces and 2 sevens to win him the hand. So Eljack going small, small, wants to play this hand across 3 streets. Gone with a sizing that would set up a very natural river SPR of around 0.6. If Deeb were to make the call. Just south of 1/3. Yeah, I think this is more likely to get paid off, I agree. Completely different spot to the previous hand. 18 million in the middle. 9 of diamonds on the river. We've got ourselves a new chip leader, ladies and gentlemen. It's Omar Eljack. $18 million in the middle. 9.2 million behind. Eljack with the non-all-in sizing, announcing 8 million. And Deeb in the blender again. Back-to-back hands.
I don't have a very good hand to call with. Usually I still end up calling.
Shaun Deeb bet 3 streets for value on the previous hand. Pastori rivered him. This time, Omar Eljack limped from the small blind. Deeb made it 1 million, 3.3 bigs from the big. Omar Eljack with the
Bring some equity, barrel.
The limp 3 bet to 3.5. Flop top and bottom. Deeb middle pair, backdoor clubs. Deeb really needs Eljack to have a hand like Ace 10, Queen 10. Ace 5 of hearts. What do you think, chat? 1 in the chat if you think he's going to call. 2 if you think he's going to fold. Either way, it's going to be tight 3-handed. And number 328, and he makes the call. Get shown top and bottom. And Omar Eljack is the new chip leader.
I know you're fucking bluffing.
Omar Queen 3 from the small, gonna move all in. Deeb with the ace jack. Makes the call for his final 13.5 bigs.
I mean,
I have not played my best. I still think I made a good full version. Still think I made a good full version. I'll get that in a second anyway.
I love that. Given everything, Shaun first to admit he's not played his best, but still getting it in good here for 11 million to get right back into the mix. Well, 7-4 tray, bottom pair for Omar Eljack. If he can hold here, we're going to be heads up for the World Series of Poker Europe main event bracelet. Ace Jack or a 4 needed.
No, you didn't fold an ace at least.
Yeah, no.
One to come. We're going to remain three-handed. We're going to lose Shaun Deeb in third. Deuce of clubs on the river. Handshakes all around as Shaun Deeb bows out in third for a third time during this series.
Let's take a break for toilets. Let's do that. It's okay?
Third place curse rather. 607 it around. Oh, lightning so. I wish. Michael asking, is that real money on the table? It is indeed. 1,380,000 euros in cash. You play a 3-bet pot, and I was about to say these hands could collide on certain board textures, and how about this one? I feel like this could have been over on so many occasions already, and we're only 20 hands into heads-up play. And we started off 100 bigs effective. 7.4 in the middle. Varmax saying, again, an action flop. Lord Bar saying, put Trezor there with some Bitcoin on it. We all know the tournament card, the turn card rather, it's going to change the trajectory of this tournament. King of Hearts, King of Spades. Instead, the 9 of Spades pairing, 14 million in the middle. Apocalypse in the Twitch chat making a great point, saying what we have to remember is that for us it's entertainment, for the players it's life-changing money. It really is. As Pastori makes the call, looking for a king, queen or an 8. 23 million in the middle, and he has found it. And he's gone from a 6-1 chip deficit to chip leader in the space of 6 hands. Eljack now slowing down. Knows that the Queen of Diamonds is like the nut low river.
King Jack.
King Jack, no good.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. Hang on a minute.
With the right hand.
Lithuanian Vladas Tamasaskos coming fourth for 439,000. And then Shaun Deeb out in third for 607,000 euros.
How much?
Pappy Van Winkle in the chat saying GTO Henry came out saying, so Henry, about Chicago, what happened? You guys are you just savage. Absolutely savage. Pappy Van Winkle saying Henry rolls those names off his tongue like he's a local from where they reside. I wish, I wish. 3-bet pot. King 9 of clubs for Eljack. King 10 of hearts for Pastori. And what a flop. 9, 8, 7. Top pair for the Swede. Open-ender, 2 overs, and backdoor hearts for Pastori. $8.9 million in the middle. Jonathan going to start leaning into some of those ace-X 3 bets pre. Ace-King, Ace-Queen. Try and force out some folds now, and obviously even against check call has plenty of equity. But what does he know here? He's actually up against top pair. 5 of hearts on the turn. The backdoor flush draw presents itself for Jonathan. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. 15 million in the middle. Omar Eljack, the effective stack, playing 25. Oh boy. Jonathan continuing for 40% on the turn. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 21 in the middle. 25 behind. Ace of diamonds rolling off on the river, bricks out for Pastori. 27 million in the middle. Is he going to wave the white flag with so much out there?
All in.
No, he's not, chat. He's going to move all in. And Omar Eljack is being put to the test for his tournament life. He found the 5-bet jam earlier on, 3-handed. And you just have to give this young man so much credit for what he's displayed here over the next couple of days, regardless of how this one plays out. Made the hero call of the tournament with 17 left. Sure, he has ran well in certain spots, but every single one of these players that reach the final table will be the first to admit that they ran well, as will any tournament player. Got to run well to win tournaments. You've also got to have the heart to pull these massive bluffs. Let's take a moment to talk about Omar Eljack as well. Young Swede. Came second in the 5K PLO earlier on during the series. Now being put all in for his tournament life. It's kind of annoying that he has King 9. Blocking hands like King 10 and Queen 10. Ace 10 now getting there, but not sure whether Ace 10 with Jam River. Also not sure if hands like 10-9, 10-8, 10-7, triple. Ace 9. Some world-class poker being displayed here by both these players. One in the chat if you think Eljack's going to make the hero. 2 if you think he's going to fold. I guess there's a 3-bet pot. Pastori open on the button. Eljack 3-bet out the big. Eljack elected to check his top pair on the 9-8-7. And he's going to let it go. And Pastori's going to show the bluff. And he now has a 3-1 chip lead. Moved to Japan, actually. You know, before YouTube and Twitch became, like, huge. Yeah, loads of people.
I had a crazy idea that, unfortunately, the World Series shut down. But I love some of the IRL streams as well. And I thought about IRL streaming my whole World Series.
That'd be epic.
I mean, it would be awesome.
That would be epic.
Live hands, like the whole thing, like involving Twitch chat, like get the streaming backpack. Ooh, this could be the action hand, boys. Pastori, they say it off. Elijah with queens, 3 bets. Totally reasonable hand to rip, you know, sub 40 bigs.
Could this be it? Could this be it? We were talking how we haven't seen many 4-bets.
But like, it's kind of cool to choose his hand a 4-bet after there's been no 4-bets, because he's probably not 3-betting, playing on calling. He's 3-betting some hands that play good post-flop. You know, and also remember the 6-4 suited hand from super early at the final table, where Pastori ended up calling the King 10 of spades. You know, he knows that Elijah likes to 3-bet some lower combo hands and deny that equity, pick up the, you know, 7-8 million in the pot.
Wow, he announced his all in, Shaun.
He's getting snapped.
Snap call from Omar Eljack, 64 million chip pot. And Shaun, do you know the crazy thing is, over the last 19 days here, queens have been the hand of all of the tournaments.
Really?
Really, like, just like queens have just been winning like all of the crucial pots.
I was saying, like, queens lost a lot in the spots I've seen.
They did, yeah, that's the crazy
but
thing.
they win the actual tournament.
And to close this out with the Mamacitas at 3 a.m.
Just
in
time for your
Roswell
flight.
after an epic heads-up match between these two.
Ooh, he gets a little bit of equity. Now he's got 2 more outs with the 8. No backdoors. Elijah has the backdoor spades. Don't come into play too often. But some of Pastor's 2-pair or trip outs, you know, give a spade. Oh, takes away 2 of those outs. 93% chance for Omar.
On the turn to become the World Series of Poker Europe main event champion. Is it going to be the year of the Scandies? Norway won it in Vegas. A Sweden going to close it out here in Rozvadov. They are indeed.
Wow, what a celebrate.
They are indeed. And Omar Eljack, after 6 hours of heads-up play, can finally go over to his rail and celebrate.
Where's his singer? Where's your boy? Don't tell me he quit on us.
Oh my word,
This blonde
man.
guy's been on the rail for like 2 days.
He has
a great
indeed.
friend. Oh, there's your boy.
Shaun.